countries and Western countries because they were the first to age because they didn't have the baby boom after World War II. When the United States, North America, Canada included, lesser degree Australia, New Zealand, and most of Europe, slow. Now you're talking 60–70% of the world economy. Even though emerging countries are growing rapidly, we're still the majority of these Western countries. When we all slow, that is going to have a bigger impact on the world economy, and it's going to hit emerging countries at first as well, because emerging countries, and China's totally typical, 35–36% of its economy is exports. We think when the United States and Europe go into this slowdown, particularly by 2010, due to demographics, that at first it's going to hit emerging countries and their stock markets are going to go down and their economy is going to slow. Now the difference is they will have the demographics to bounce back once they recover from that, whereas the United States and Europe will continue to slow, and countries like Europe and Russia slow almost forever.
Ну, естественно, что если все будет продолжаться так, как продолжается, семья умрет, и воспроизводство населения остановится со всеми прелестями, которые с этим связаны. Не будет браков, не будет детей, и ничего не будет. Вот. Но оптимисты говорят, ну и хорошо, вот, будем на фабриках производить детей без участия мужчин и женщин, как говорится.
Russia, to me, is a big problem waiting to happen, because they've been a major military power in the past. They still have a lot of access to that potential power, all that power has declined, but now they're going to go into an economic crisis. Russia's government is going to be dealing with a collapsing economy, much greater falling taxes.
На самом деле причины всего этого, они более глубокие. Я пытался об этом немного сказать, и задача гораздо более тяжелая, чем вот, как это воспринимают некоторые, даже многие, и как это воспринимает, к сожалению, наше правительство.
One of the big changes in our culture, which is both a reflection and a cause of a lot of these things we've been talking about, is the fact that in times past, people were far more concerned about and focused on children. 100 years ago or more, 75 or 80% of all households had children. There they were, in the next room, growing up, and you thought about what was best for them. You organized your life around what was best for them. You allowed cultural messages in the home that was suitable for them. Today, we are down to around a third of households with children, 2/3 of households without children, and many of those, permanently without children. I just think that has been a major force in shifting the focus of people's lives.
Where I think the bad news is about children is in the stability of their lives. One of the things that developmental psychologists tell us is that children thrive in stable and predictable relationships.
The child thrives on the relationship between the parent, not necessarily on the relationship to father and mother, which are both good individually for the child. But what really causes the child to really thrive is when father and mother are really together.
Most kids who grew up in a single mother household, I was raised by a single mother myself, most kids who are raised by a single mother or raised in a step family, for instance, turn out okay. That's in fact true. At the same time though, and we have to be, I think, very honest about acknowledging this, kids who are raised outside of an intact married household are much more likely to experience problems. I've done a lot of work looking at trends in the US, showing that kids who are reared outside of an intact married family are more likely to suffer from things like poverty, child abuse, depression, delinquency.